placed. Animatronics off or like whatever. And yeah, okay, that should do it. Oh, hi. You are a late arriver. We close in like 2 minutes. Right. Well, I suppose since you're here, how can I help you? So you're looking for a costume. You need to get like measured and everything 2 minutes before we close. Right? Okay. I can do that for you. That's my job. Okay, well, welcome to Murray's Costume Manor or whatever. Have you been here before? Didn't think so. I would remember someone who comes in 2 minutes before closing. Alright. Let me just get you set up in the system here. What is your first and last name? Valued customer. Got it. Okay. In the system. And okay, what is a good contact number we can reach you? Okay. Area code. Right, 555. I'm guessing it's a cell phone number, right? iPhone. Yeah, okay. Got it here. And an email address that we can reach you on file. Okay. At. Really? I didn't realize anyone still used that. No judgment here. All the judgment. Okay. And what is the occasion that you're looking for your costume? Well, you know, is it like a Halloween party? Are you using it for business? Blah, blah, blah. Got it. Okay. Very exciting. And you're just looking for the one costume, yeah? Okay. Okay. Is there a specific costume you're looking for? Like a theme, obviously. Like, are you looking to be like a clown? Are you looking to be, well, you already got that covered. Are you looking to be like, I don't know, something more exciting, like a bee? I don't know, I couldn't think of anything on the spot. It's a costume warehouse, you can get anything. Sky's the limit. Okay. We can design it for you, or you can show us a picture of one. Right, okay. Well, I can do that for you. Is there like certain materials or anything you're looking for it to be made out of? Don't know. Of course not. You just need us to do all the work 2 minutes before closing. Nothing. Customer's always right. That's what they tell me. Well, my colleague will go ahead and help you with fabrics and colors, swatches, and stuff. I'm guessing you don't know your measurements, right? Of course not. I'll get those for her. Okay. Like I said, we can design it for you as well. We can kind of go over that with you. It will make it more expensive. Ooh, money bags. Awesome. Okay. Put that in here. Okay. So, Right, I know we're called Murray's Costume Manor, but we got a lot going on here. There's animatronics, there's toys, there's costumes, everything you need for a good old party. So, why don't we go ahead and get started here? Okay. You don't have any allergies to any kinds of materials or anything like latex, cotton, silk, you name it. Okay. Just so you know, we are not responsible or liable for anything after this since I asked you up front. Are you looking for any kind of electronics added to your outfit? Any kind of doodads, diddly bobs, fancy things? Okay. I'll leave a note in here for her. Okay. I'm kind of the office manager. I'm gonna send you over to our lead designer after this. Okay. Good. Well then, since we've gotten that taken care of, let's move on here. Okay. Well, we're going to go ahead and fill out this order form next. So, here it is. Murray's Costume Manor order form. Okay? Easy peasy, order date, pickup date, purchase name, body type, quantity, requested materials, requested details, special functions, which are all the, high-tech-y things that we talked about briefly. And I'm going to get a credit card for file, unless you're paying in cash, Mr. Moneybags. Okay. Well then, let's get started here. It's just a quick little update for you. This order form is your receipt. Keep it on you at all times. You'll need it when you pick up your costume. Do you understand? You need it to pick up your costume, right? It guarantees that the costumes specified below are being manufactured for you specifically. Present this order form to the front desk. That's me. Yay. 3 months after your initial order date to receive your costumes. It does take 3 months, but with your budget, I'm sure you could pay to speed things along. Yep. According to Mr. Murray, we have no life when it comes to money. You pay and we speed up. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. Yeah, if you can just go ahead and lock that door behind you because we're now closed. Yeah, notice no one else is coming in right now. Okay. So your order date is today. So let me just write that down. Okay. Pickup date is supposed to be 3 months from now. Are you going to pay to speed it up? Of course you are. I guess I will leave the pickup date blank for now, and we will reach out to you once we have more information after I talk to the lead designer when we're not closed. Purchaser name, I'll write that here. Mr. Moneybags. Nothing. Body type. Okay, it's fine. You don't need to know that. That part's for me and the designer. Nothing. Quantity 1. Requested materials, I'll leave that to them. requested details. Great. Anything else you wish to request for us to do for your bidding? Okay. Done and done. I went ahead and I let her know you're coming. Just head down the hallway there, second door on the right. Yeah. See you in a moment.
Hello, welcome into the room where everything happens. I am going to be helping you pick out the fabrics for your costumes today. I have your paper here, and I can see that Shanny helped you fill some of it out already, took some measurements. Perfect. Okay, so I have some more questions for you, as well as, of course, showing the fabrics and getting a feel for what you're looking for. So, do you have an idea of materials you'd like to use? Have you had costumes made before? Okay. Okay, so may want to switch it up then. Alright, have you purchased from us before? No, okay. Alright, yeah, I just wanted to be sure. So, body type. So were you looking for these to be specifically for people, or... Okay. Also animatronics, suiting them up. Okay. Okay. So I can see that she did take your measurements. We do have the ability for them to be taken off of animatronics to be put on to people to wear. I'm not sure if that's what you were looking for or if they're just kind of made in your size, but we'll just go ahead and move forward, and that can be something that's discussed later on. So you were looking to possibly have a couple done by us, mainly focusing on a bear and a chicken at the moment. Okay. Was there one you want to start with overall? Alright. Okay, so let's just look at some fabrics I've got here, and then we'll go ahead and pick out more extra things that can be added later on. Let me just go through what I have here. I've got smaller swatches because we have been using the fabric for other projects, of course, but I can always order more. So this one's more of a suede, I would say. This I would typically use for clothing on the main body, but you can always choose this if you'd like to. Got quite a bit of that left over. And yes, of course, you can go ahead and feel the materials. I would encourage that actually, so you can know what's going on. I will be setting any of the ones I show you over on this table, so that way you can look through them. Let's see. Oh, okay, so this one's actually more of a bare material. This has fluff. If you wanted it to appear more furry, then there's this. Unless you want them all to be kind of uniform, and then I maybe wouldn't advise this for a chicken. I feel like it would just look too, I don't know, not feathery like a chicken. once we look through some of these, we'll draw up some little examples and kind of see how you want each of the parts to fit together, the arms, the legs, how you want the joints. Oh, that's not the color we're looking for. I also have this thinner material here. I'll let you feel it. That's like, it's got some loose strings on it. These are just the swatches, of course. This, I feel, would stain kind of easily. And anything that gets on it may not come out perfect. So yeah, you can feel that. This can be used on the inside though. And we'll go into further materials that can be used on the inside. I would hate to have them be able to be worn by people and them kind of get too hot. We have breathable foams we can use, so if that is what you're looking to do, then it'll be a much better option. Where if you wanted to just only have them for animatronics, we could go probably a little bit more affordable with the materials used on the inside, since we wouldn't have to consider a person being inside of it. Okay. This is our felt material. We can get them darker as well. This is too light. Felt can kind of be, I don't know, it's not everyone's favorite texture, I would say. And these are just examples. Of course, I can get browns of these, but these are more of a polyester. And again, sorry about the strings. The final product won't be covered in strings. I'll steam clean it and everything. So this is nice and plush, very soft, and not that you want children too close to animatronics, but should one, touch the body, it would be quite soft. Okay, so you want to go with more of a polyester? Okay, alright. And for detailing, we'll go into like exactly what kinds of details you want, but in my mind, I consider, like if you're going to do paw pads on the animatronics, or the stomach circle, that's very common on bears and things that people like to draw. Those can be a different fabric, or they can be the same, or even I would say for the bear, the stomach could be this fabric I showed you previously. With the plush, this would go nice over the top of the fleece, just as the accent. Oh no, it wouldn't clash at all. I've done this before with some other, like dogs and things, for their ears. Yes. So let's see then. We're thinking polyester. And the sorry if you're hearing a little bit of banging in here. I am not sure what's going on. Could be somebody just messing around. Okay. Would you like to move on to the chicken now? I do only have one yellow polyester swatch here. Same material as the red one I showed you that I said we could get in the brown. We could get it in a variety of colors if you wanted something lighter than this. I think going any darker than this would start to get orange. But if you're thinking like chick, otherwise we could do a white polyester for a chicken. Okay, yellow. Alright, good. So this is the example I have for that then. I think this is a good bright yellow that would stand out in a crowd, especially if it's supposed to be a main attraction. So, there's that. I do have some fleeces where I can show you, some felts, not fleeces, the F's. Felts that I can show you, different yellows, or I have some of this thinner fabric, and we could just look at the examples of the different colors. Did you want any sort of accents on the chicken? The beak, of course, yes. Let me see. I'm not sure if this is going to be any different. There's not too much of a difference with these. Let me see if I've got a different orange swatch we can look at. Right here. Let's go through them. Okay, this is more of a pink. We're getting there. That's kind of not the most fun orange, but in reality a beak. Yeah, let's see. Because if you don't want to go too cartoony with it, like bright orange, like this, unless you do, hold up the yellow next to it. Either one of those. You do like this one? Okay, let me pull that and then I'll write down its color code. So, we want paw pads, bear, beak for the chicken. Alright. So we want the orange. Oh, do you want the beak color to match the feet, the little claws? Okay, okay. Alright, so this is for the chicken. And then we'll do the bear. Did you want a darker brown for the bear's body? Okay. Did you need to look at a swatch of that by chance? Because I know these are quite bright. We did some ducks recently that yeah, like the mallard ducks, so they used quite a bit of our dark brown. Let's see, order darker browns. And that'll be for the body. And then the light brown blush. Sorry, I just want to make sure I'm taking the notes. Well, we go light brown plush for accents. Just, do you want that lighter brown to also be like a snout? What the paw pads, like I said. Okay. Sorry if I'm re-asking questions, I just like to be sure. Let's find a darker swatch and then I'll draw up what I'm thinking, okay? And you can tell me if we need to switch anything, Do you have pictures of your animatronics by chance so I can see kind of how they're done? Yeah, because I'd want to make sure I'm not getting in the way of any of the joints should they move more than just like, you know, the standard head turning kind of thing. So this seems to be the only darker swatch of this fabric that I have right now. Yeah, this is with the felt, that lighter color. I can hold them up together, there we go. So that's kind of how that would look. I think maybe that's a little bit lighter than this actually is, let's see. It's kind of hard to picture because this will be fluffier than it is here. Okay. So, okay. Perfect. Then, so I'll need to get, what is that one called again? Okay. Where did I put it? Great. Okay, let's move these now. Let me drop what I'm thinking. This may take me a moment. I'm very sorry. I'll do my best to be quick, but let's see. Did you want the body parts to be separate and like have sections to them, or did you want it to be like one full kind of suit with no seams to see anything on the inside? Because then we would need some more like of a fabric that would be flexible to be able to bend as like an arm, or I'm not sure if you have the knees bend at all. Okay. All right, so let's see here. This is kind of how I would picture what you're describing. And again, this is just a rough sketch. We could always change how it looks. And then of course they would go back like that. This would probably come up higher here. And we can, I'll show you in a second, we can make things that kind of cap off any shoulders, elbows, or knees to hide things a little bit better if we go this route. Building in sections also kind of saves you money. instead of doing what I said where we cover everything and have more of a flexible fabric. It's a little too close to the edge of the paper here, but hopefully you get the gist of what I'm doing. Okay, so this is how the body would be. I just kind of drew plain hands. We'll talk about that in a moment. But you'd be able to have the pieces kind of separate. You could climb into the torso bit and then put the other like legs and arms, any coverings on over. But well, our main focus will probably be on the face, where you have eyes on those animatronics you showed me. Do you want those eye holes left open then? Okay. So this could be the standard body for anything we do, and we would just change kind of the tummy on here. I didn't mean to draw the line there. I needed to do the shoulders, but let me do this again for another one real quick. Okay. And of course, the sketches are just sketches and everything will come out much better. Okay, I'll draw the feet for that in another place. So, do you want them all to have the same kinds of hands, or do you want the chicken to have more of a wing as the hand? Okay. Alright, yeah, so for like the bear, we'll just say this one's the bear. We'll do the tummy circle on top there, and then on the paws we'll do like, do the little, oh sorry, are you able to see? The little paw pads like this kind of deal, and then of course round these out. And we can add fingers and toes if that matters to you. Okay, alright. So the chicken the same then? Okay, let me just, no paw pads though, right? Okay, so we'll just add the fingers on there. Perfect. For the chicken, did you want the chicken to have like a tummy circle, or were you planning on having different accents? Okay, so no on the chicken then. Alright. So, let's see. Yeah, were there differentiating things you wanted? Oh, so you were thinking a bib? Okay, alright. So, then that would make sense. Would you like me to work on the faces currently? Okay, alright, so let me do that real quick. And of course we can change things. Now with the way our stuff is built here, it's kind of blocky at first. And if you want it to be a little more rounded, smoothed out, realistic, we can do that. But for now, I'm just going to show you my example here. Kind of goes into the words I have, but I won't get that confused. So you wanted the eye holes. This would be kind of the bear head. And then we could do the same, or would you want the chick more rounded? Because chicks tend to... Okay. Yeah, they're just a little rounded. And then, of course, we want a beak. And then the eye holes. Now this can change too, of course. That's just a rough drawing there and everything. We'll do like a final sketch, an example before we go ahead and start working on it, but this is just to get the idea. Is there anything else about the chick that you want me to like change, update? Oh, you wanted the feet, so I'm thinking we would do half yellow on the leg and then half orange into what would be the foot. Sorry, and then we would do the kind of chicken foot look. Just a foot next to it, and then I would kind of split that in half. Okay, perfect. Okay, was there anything else characteristically you wanted to add to either of these before we go ahead and start finalizing things and get them started? Yes, of course. So you want them to be movable and made in sections. Okay, and then you wanted to add a bow tie, okay, to the bear. And, you know, I have something perfect that would go with that. Let me just see. Oh yeah, you wanted the bib, so let me do the little bow tie going on there. Right about there? Okay. And let's see, so I have the bib on here already. Yeah, if you think of something you want to add to the chicken while we're working on it, you can let us know and we can do that. Is it going to be like a large additive, you think, or something like a cake or a cupcake? Okay, yeah. Yeah, that can definitely be done while we're already in the process of doing this, so just let me know. I'll do possible. I'm sorry if I'm missing anything that you've already discussed with Shanny. I'm just skimming right now and kind of touching on the things that I need to know the most at the moment. So there we go. Okay, let me show you. I do have these little top hats. And I think that it would look really cute since you're putting a bow tie on the bear, or you're interested in putting a bow tie on the bear. I think a little hat would be really cute with it. Again, sorry about the strings and everything. And I have ones with different colored ribbons going around. This is just the one I have with the white on. But I think it would be cute right between the ears too. It would add a little something. Okay, all right, so let me get you down for one of those then. We already talked about the orange you wanted, that's on here. Mostly want to stick with the polyester then. the cake or the cupcake or whatever you want to add to it later can be done with felt. That would save you money, especially if it's just like something maybe they're holding or so. I've got an array of different colors here. Whatever you think would go best. There's some of these, and I think even this tan would go good if you're going to do just like the plain cupcake bottom instead of a fancy one. Do like, you know, but that can be thought of and brought back to us later, like I said. Is there anything else you wanted customized, or maybe any preferences you have that we didn't discuss here today? No? Okay, well, if you think of anything, our phone number is on here. This is your copy, and I'll go ahead and keep ours with the sketches we have. Should you have any thoughts, changes, anything like that, go ahead and let us know. We'll update things. You can come back in and we can always discuss something else or whatever. And as it says on here, you will present this to the front desk 3 months after the initial order date, which is today, and that is about our time frame to have things done. So if there are any major changes that have to happen or any additives or so that may run over time, we'll let you know, but we pretty much stick to the 3-month guarantee, and we'll be in touch with you during the whole process. So okay, there you go. Thank you so much for choosing Murray's Costume Manor, and we will see you soon. Bye.